All right. First off, we're going to talk about three things today, and here's the first thing. The first thing is Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill yesterday got cut by the Dolphins, and now all the talk is who's going to get him, man. And I feel, and the Chiefs are the clear-cut favorite right now, but there are some outside teams looking in, like Patriots, Chargers. Wildcard team could be the Raiders. Buffalo. It may not look like it, but there's plenty of teams that could get Tyreek Hill if the Chiefs don't want him back. Now, I do think that Tyreek Hill himself would want to go back to the Chiefs, as Chris Jones tweeted for him to come back. But I think it just comes down to if the Chiefs want him back. But at this point for the Chiefs, where they have no clear-cut wide receiver one, Rashid Rice regressed. Xavier Worthy didn't make that step into being a better player and progressing from his rookie year. So, I feel like this is probably a need for them to sign Tyreek back, because Tyreek more than likely will be more happy to go back there. But if he does not go back there and the Kansas City Chiefs, for whatever reason, don't want him back, then teams like the Chargers could really utilize him. I mean, we all know that Tyreek wanted out of Miami, but did him and Mike McDaniel have a bad relationship? That's my question. Because when the offensive system worked, Tyreek Hill was one of the best players in the league, of course. So if he was happy enough to run it back McDaniel, maybe we could see it, but I don't know, because their relationship is an unknown. And speaking about Miami, they're doing a whole new regime change. They're doing this. They released Bradley Chubb. And now the question is, what do they do with Tua? Now, I don't think they're going to trade Tua, because nobody's going to trade him with that contract that he has. Now, the Browns could just trade him for laughs, but I don't think that's going to happen. What I feel like is going to happen is the Dolphins are going to try to get Malik Willis and do whatever with Tua. Whether that's trading him, or if all bets off, they do a Russell Wilson and just cut him straight up. It just depends, but I feel like wholeheartedly they're going to go all in with Malik Willis. And, back to the Tyreek Hill discussion, he could go to a team like a Raiders to be a wide receiver one. If the Raiders were down for that, which Tom Brady is a co-owner, is a part owner of the Raiders. You don't think he would have any say in it, but I don't know. But then again, the Patriots, they might get him. Buffalo, if he's available, Buffalo, I think, would try to get him. Because you desperately need a wide receiver one. And Brandon Beane shouldn't have been promoted in the first place, because, the owner said that it was because he drafted Josh Allen. Now, here's the thing. When you look at who won the Super Bowl this year, the Seahawks, why did they win? It wasn't single-handedly by Sam Darnold. It was because of the team around it. You need to build a team around the great player, because if you don't, you're not going to win anything. Joe Burrow, after going to the Super Bowl, hasn't gotten back there ever since he had that AFC Championship bid. Why? Because his defense and his team and his coaching staff and his regime and his general manager are letting him down. Same thing with Josh Allen, even though that loss against Denver was wholeheartedly on him. It was on him completely. So it's like you need to build a team around it. So we'll see. We'll see if Buffalo would be down for that. If not, Buffalo needs a wide receiver one in the draft. Okay, you need to do it. It's still funny what that owner said. What the owner said about Keon Coleman. But back to the Tyreek thing. Tyreek, I'm pretty confident that he's going to go into the Chiefs. If not, then I'll be pretty surprised given the Chiefs situation right now. So we'll see. And another question is, will Tyreek will Tyreek play up to what he was before the injury? I'm not exactly sure that will do that, but I still think compared to what the Chiefs got right now, I mean Rashid Rice is an interesting case, and then Xavier Worthy hasn't progressed from his rookie season, so it should be better than what they have right now. So, yeah, I feel like Tyreek Hill is going to go to the Chiefs, but who knows? And then we have Adam Silver. And I said earlier this week that I wanted him gone. Now I just need him gone wholeheartedly because this man, a commissioner of a sports league, is bending his knee to gambling sites who are mad that teams are tanking. So it's not because, this isn't, that whole finding thing about them, this wasn't about anything. This wasn't about on the play. This wasn't about, trying to explain this the best way I can, but this was just the gambling sites. The gambling sites have taken over the sports. And now they have the NBA commissioner bending his knee like the coward he is. And we need him gone. We need him gone now. Because not only has he been sprouting about AI going to be a big thing in the NBA, not only has he allowed Israeli media to come in and spew their propaganda and ask players to talk positively about their great player who Victor Wembanyama said was a free throw merchant, which is funny as hell. But there's a lot of talk. And, Adam Silver needs to go. It's simple as that. It's a fireable offense. It just is. And he's willingly doing this. He's unshamefully doing this. And it's disgusting to see this as an NBA, as a person, as an NBA fan, as a Cavs fan. This is disgusting. And they're and with all the media deals, with all of that, you think a European free agency European soccer type free agency would solve anything? It'll only make it worse. The top player in the draft probably will a top player, college basketball player coming off his best season would probably go to the Lakers or Knicks or something, while the small market teams struggle and die and then tank. But guess what? They don't have a freaking draft to get better. And it's just disgusting. Simple as, to simplify this whole thing, Adam Silver needs to go. It's disgusting what he's doing. It's disgusting that he's bending the knee. And it makes me worried about what could It makes me worried because, would Roger Goodell ever do that? Would Rob Manfred ever do that? But I don't know if they're as incompetent as Adam Silver is. But we'll see. All I know is Adam Silver needs to be gone. And then the third thing is Mike Tyson is fighting Floyd Mayweather. And I am going to be unshamefully watching this fight. For sure, I am unshamefully watching this fight. A 48-year-old versus a 59-year-old. It's going to be freaking elder abuse. Tyson might... Mayweather doesn't hold back. He probably gonna cause CTE to Tyson, but how much debt is Tyson in? That's all I'm wondering. But that's it. Bye.